Welcome to Practice Admin Online Training, Billing Manager, Patient Demographics, Insurance tab. If at the conclusion of this training you have additional questions, please open a ticket with our support team by emailing support@practiceadmin.com. Once you have completed entering the patient info in the Patient Demographics page, now we can move on to the Insurance tab. The Insurance tab is going to hold all of the primary, secondary, tertiary, or liability insurance details. Let's begin with the primary insurance. The first thing we need to do is determine, is the patient the subscriber, or do we need to add in a relationship with an insured who is a subscriber, such as a spouse? Let's go ahead and say that the spouse is the subscriber in this case. When we change the relationship to insured from self to spouse, it's going to light up this insured information down below. To add in a new insured, we're going to click on the plus button to the right of insured. And now we're going to go ahead and enter in the spouse details. Of course, the more details that you have, the better. A lot of these fields will default depending on what was entered in the Patient Info tab. The next thing we need to do is attach the insurance plan to the subscriber. Now typically when you click on this drop-down menu as a new practice, this is going to be empty. What we need to usually do is click on the plus button to the right of the plan drop-down menu and search Insurance Plan Lookup. You can search by the plan name or by the plan payer ID number. Let's go ahead and search by the name and the payer ID number. So we're looking for a United Healthcare. You'll see that there's a lot of options in here, so it's very important that you would narrow down the results on by selecting the P.O. Box number, and then lastly matching up the phone number. Once you find the plan that you would like to select, you highlight it with the mouse and click the Select Plan button. And then you'll get a pop-up box letting you know that that's been successfully added. Now we can go ahead and select our plan from the drop-down, add in additional details such as a group number, and last we're going to click the Save button. So now we have our spouse's information listed here in the insurance plan information. Now all that's required is to add in the member ID number. Certainly you can put in copay details. You can make notes. And then lastly, you're going to click the Save New Insurance button. So this is going to pick up all the details from the screen above and it's going to move it down below. Now we can move on to the secondary. So in this case, let's say that the secondary insurance plan is actually with the subscriber is the patient. So then now we would go to the drop-down menu and select, let's say AARP is the secondary. Now if we wanted to double check on the details of that plan, we could always click on the ... to the right when we have the plan selected in the drop-down menu. And if by chance some details in here did not match up, or let's say the customer service phone number has changed recently, you could certainly add in those details here, put in a comment, make your changes, and when you click OK, it's going to let you know that your changes are going to affect all patients, and are you sure you want to continue? I'm going to say no, just because we don't want to actually change the live information to an incorrect phone number, but you would say yes and continue to yes through any other boxes that pop open. In addition to changing information by clicking on ... you can also delete a plan that was maybe added to your list in error. The key is you can only delete plans that do not have unpaid claims attached to them. So if you click the delete button and the plan is attached to someone else, it will let you know. Let's go ahead and try and see. It's going to let you know, are you sure you want to delete this plan? Because there are currently attached to another patient. So at this point you would make your decision, answer yes or no. Okay, let's go ahead and complete the data entry for the secondary. At this time we can add in a group number, another copay, an effective date and termination date, and then we would click Save New Insurance. Now if we find that during this data entry process something was added in error, you could always click on either the primary or secondary insurance line, and it's going to populate all of your fields again, and you could make whatever changes were necessary, and then you would click the Update Existing Insurance button. Another thing you can do when you click on this is you can remove plans as well. However, I would not recommend removing any insurance plans unless they were truly entered in error and really should not be attached to the patient at all. Otherwise, you're going to want to use your effective date and termination date fields. Now, once your plans are added in, you will also have the ability to check the eligibility for these, and that's something that we'll cover in a future training. If you have any additional questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to support by emailing support@practiceadmin.com. Thank you, and we appreciate your time.